Our final speaker this evening is someone who knows quite a bit about the Louth County Hospital. I'm under orders not to tell you how long she works there. She has worked there, but she has been a medical sister on the wards from as far back as I can remember. And when I asked her if she would speak here this evening to the people of Dundalk and surrounding area, she said, I can't. I'm on until 8:30. It'll be 9 o'clock at least before I get out. And I said, we need you to speak at this event. So she relented, and I don't know what juggling was done, but she's here. She's here this evening, left work at 7:30 and flew down to be with us, to play her part in trying to retain the services of her patients and of the people that she knows so well. Please give a rapturous welcome to Colette Vyse on behalf of the INO.
Hello. I feel like I'm up on this stage like with the band from the Titanic. The HSC have already got rid of the children and women from our hospital, and now the rest of us have to jump ship. But like the iceberg that the Titanic crashed into, Drogheda just isn't big enough for all of us to get into. I hope this is the last time I have to stand in front of such a huge crowd demanding that the HSC leave our hospital alone. Apologies for not walking any route with you all this evening, but as has just been said, I'm straight from a 12-hour shift from a very highly efficient ward in a highly efficient hospital. Looking after each and every one of your potential relative needs. It is unthinkable to believe that the 100+ patients who are at present lying in the Louth County can be accommodated in any other hospital but our own. The highly trained staff that are in the Louth are on a par with any other hospital, despite what some people may think. We as staff are constantly updating our skills, continually educating ourselves, and might I add, at a cost to ourselves most of the time, because there is no funding for further education, to nurse the people of this town. Our hygiene standards are one of the best in the country, and we are accessible to all of you people I see in front of me. This town is good enough to train hundreds of student nurses every year. But it's not good enough to have an acute hospital in which for them to work once they're qualified. The new A&E department is welcomed in Our Lady of Lourdes. I wish the hospital and staff all the best on their new journey. But it is for the people of Drogheda, not the people of Dundalk. Thanks, but no thanks. We have an excellent establishment, which is only a mere 50 years young, and like myself, there's plenty more years left in it. I've spoken before on what it means to downgrade the Louth. We will lose acute medicine and ICU, which at the moment has over 89 beds occupied as I left tonight. How will all these patients fit into Our Lady of Lourdes? Even tonight as I left work at 7:20, Drogheda were transferring patients directly to my ward. We will see our A&E department turn into a minor injuries unit. Enough is enough. We as a town don't deserve to be treated as second-class citizens. We deserve the best. We have the best. Let's keep it that way.
Thank you very much indeed for that, Colette. We really do appreciate you rushing down here after a 12-hour shift, and it just demonstrates practically the commitment that the hospital staff have for their patients. I just urge people on the way home from here this evening to please be very careful. because we don't want accidents. Just mind yourselves, get home safe. It is winter time and it is dark. You people did your very best this evening, not just for the current generation, but for other generations, to try, I suppose, almost as a last gasp, to save these services, these critical services for the people of this area. I commend you for doing so. Unfortunately, I believe there are some very influential people that I think did not do everything that they could possibly do to save these services. Rather, attempts have been made to fob us off with its HSE policy. It's the HSE, it's Brendan Drum, or it's Mary Harney, or it's somebody else. It's the government cabinet who make these decisions. And there's a government cabinet minister in this town. The hospital staff are in place. The hospital infrastructure itself is in place. There is any amount of expertise and competence involved in the hospital to deliver the services that we, the people of this area, need. It was said here already this evening by Una and alluded to by others. It's a brilliant hospital, it's clean, and it has an outstanding record. People feel safe going to the Louth County Hospital. We're being promised there will be better services somewhere else if we allow the services at the Louth to be transferred. We've heard these promises before, and we don't believe it for one moment. We were promised a midwife-led unit to replace our maternity unit. We were promised all sorts of shenanigans down through the years that have not been delivered. We're not listening to their lies. We didn't listen then, and we're not listening now. This campaign will continue for whatever number of weeks, or even months perhaps, that are left to fight for these services. It remains for me, on behalf of the Save Our Hospital Committee and the Forum with the Town Councillors, to thank each and every one of you, and I do so sincerely, for coming out here this evening and standing here patiently and marching here in some cases to help us bring this campaign to fruition, hopefully to successful fruition. We're not giving up on it. Please be careful going home. And finally, I want to say thanks again to all who helped out, the stewards, the local media, the Gardaí, and everyone involved, those who sponsored paraphernalia for us. Thanks indeed, we appreciate that very much. The banner in Earl Street will remain in place, and others will join it shortly as we step up this campaign in the final weeks. We don't know beyond the next couple of meetings what will be necessary. Perhaps coming back here again, perhaps doing something different to fight for our health services. But whatever it takes, we will do it, and we know we can depend on you if or when that time comes. Thank you very much. Good night. Thank you.